Hello and welcome back. All right, so we are now going to take a look at some layer attributes that can help us manage or organize our layers, because as you work more and more with GIMP, you're going to find yourself adding more and more layers, and it's going to become very chaotic in your layers panel when you have dozens of layers and you're not quite sure where that exact layer is you need to edit because something is looking off. So we want to organize our layers and do some preventive maintenance as well. And we can do that based on the layer attributes we have within the layer panel. So we've already gone over some of those down here at the bottom of the layers panel. We have some up here at the top. And when we right click on a layer, we get a list of additional attributes as well as some of the other ones located up here and down here. And when you create a new layer, some of these attributes are included in this layer panel here, so you can apply those attributes before you create a new layer. So let's go over some of these, and we're going to take this document that we worked on in the previous lesson. Hopefully you still have that open, and we're going to work on it just a little bit to learn about the different attributes that we have. So let's grab our move tool, which is located right here. And I do have my landscape edit layer selected. So make sure you have this selected, and make sure you have your image thumbnail selected by clicking on it versus the layer mask. And you know it's selected because it will show a white outline around that thumbnail. We want to make sure we have that selected before we try and move the layer. So now we can move the layer by clicking on it and just moving it as needed. Now I'm not going to do that permanently, so let's go ahead and go up to Edit and select Undo Move Layer. All right, so let me show you a cool trick. Let's say you have multiple layers that you want to move at the same time. So what we want to do is we want to come over to this little eye icon, and right next to it we have a little box. It's kind of hard to see, but if you click in that area, it adds a little link icon. So now you can add another link to the next layer or all layers that you want to move. And now when you go to move that layer, it actually moves both of them together. Okay, so that just makes it easier to keep everything locked together so you don't have to try and manually place them directly behind each other. All right, back to Edit and Undo Move Layer. Actually, I think I did that twice, so I'm going to do it again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and unlink these by clicking on those icons. Now, we do have other options to lock our layers in place or to prevent from moving them or adding paint. So if we take a look at our lock options, our first one is called Lock Pixels. So go ahead, click and turn that one on. Grab your paintbrush and now paint on that layer. You can't because it's been locked from adding pixels to it, which is pretty cool because sometimes you may have the wrong layer selected and you may start editing that layer by mistake, and then it's too late because maybe you saved that file and didn't realize you painted on the wrong layer. So you can prevent these types of accidents by locking the pixels of that layer or layers. I'm going to go ahead and unlock that. We also have a lock position and size. So let's go ahead and click on this icon. Let's go back to our move tool and now try and move your layer. You can't because it's locked into position. This next one is called Lock Alpha Channel. So this works when you have a layer that has transparency on it. So maybe you have a logo and you want to prevent yourself from accidentally adding more content to the areas of that layer that has transparency. You can lock that right here with Lock Alpha Channel. All right, let's go ahead and unlock that. All right, now let's say you want to organize your layers. You have tons and tons of layers, and sometimes it's nice to organize them into grouped layers. So maybe you have 5 different layers of edits and you want to group all the edits together to keep it separate from other types of layers. Well, you can come down here and click on create a new layer group, and it's going to apply that group layer above the layer selected, but it's not inside of that group yet. So what we have to do is we have to click on the layer and layers one at a time and drag it up to this layer group, release, and then it's added to that layer group. So we can actually add this one as well by clicking and dragging up until you see that little white line, and then those 2 layers are grouped together. All right, I'm going to go ahead and undo that a couple times here so we can get rid of that. Now we can delete our layers by coming down here and clicking on this icon, or right-clicking and selecting delete layer. The other thing we can do is we can disable our layer mask, because maybe we want to see the original until we can figure out what we need to do next. We can right-click and select disable layer mask. It keeps that layer mask intact, and it adds a red outline to let you know that that layer mask has been turned off or disabled. Just right-click and click on it again to add it back, or if you just want to start over, you can right-click and select delete layer mask. The other thing I like to do when I have a lot of different layers is to add a color tab to the layers. So if we right-click, scroll up to color tag, you're going to see a bunch of different color tags you can apply. So if I want to apply blue color tags to all my layers that have a layer mask, then that designates or makes it easier to recognize among dozens and dozens what type of edit it is. So I could tag other layers a different color tag based on that type of edit. All right, so those are some quick tips about layer attributes and how to manage your layers. There are others, but those are the most common. Now, another one that you may use often is adjusting your layer boundaries, especially if you're a graphic designer and you want to apply layer effects to your layers, or if you want to align your layers, you may need to adjust the layer boundary attribute accordingly. So we're going to cover that in the next lesson. So if you're ready for that, let's do it.